Sweet potatoes provide beta-carotene, the vitamin A precursor that gives them their orange color, along with fiber, vitamin C, potassium, and manganese. Other root vegetables, including beets, carrots, turnips, and parsnips, offer diverse nutrients and phytonutrients. While not as low glycemic as non-starchy vegetables, their fiber content moderates blood sugar impact when eaten as whole foods. Implementation means including root vegetables 3 to 4 times weekly as complex carbohydrate sources. Roast with olive oil and herbs, add to stews and soups, mash sweet potatoes with olive oil and garlic, spiralize for vegetable noodles, or bake whole. The natural sweetness of root vegetables often requires minimal seasoning. Sweet potatoes as part of grain bowls with legumes and greens creates balanced meals. Beets roasted and added to salads provide earthy sweetness and folate. Carrots raw as crudité with hummus or cooked in stews. Root vegetables store well, making them practical for stocking up seasonally. They're comfort foods that fit Mediterranean patterns, satisfying, nutrient-dense, versatile. Pairing with protein sources and healthy fats creates balanced meals. The colorful varieties, orange sweet potatoes, red beets, purple carrots, provide different antioxidant profiles showing that variety matters. These vegetables represent the Mediterranean emphasis on seasonal, locally available plant foods. Root vegetables are cold-season crops in many regions, providing fresh produce when other vegetables are unavailable. Now for the glycemic concerns. Sweet potatoes have a moderate to high glycemic index depending on preparation method. Boiled sweet potatoes have a lower glycemic impact than baked. For people with diabetes or insulin resistance, portion sizes matter significantly. A large baked sweet potato can raise blood sugar substantially despite the fiber content. Regular potatoes, which are often lumped with root vegetables, have even higher glycemic impact. The Mediterranean diet traditionally includes potatoes, but in smaller portions than typical American servings, and usually prepared with olive oil and vegetables rather than as the meal centerpiece. The oxalate content in beets and sweet potato grains can be problematic for people prone to kidney stones. While most people can eat these vegetables without issues, individuals with calcium oxalate kidney stones should moderate intake of high oxalate root vegetables. The carbohydrate content in root vegetables is significant. While they're nutritionally superior to refined grains, they're still primarily carbohydrate foods. Very low-carb dietary approaches limit or exclude root vegetables, which conflicts with Mediterranean dietary patterns emphasizing diverse plant foods. Some root vegetables require substantial cooking to be palatable and digestible. Raw beets and raw sweet potatoes are nearly inedible. This means energy use for cooking and time for preparation. Quick meals focused on convenience often skip root vegetables for this reason. The soil quality affects root vegetable nutrient content substantially, as these vegetables draw nutrients directly from soil. Depleted soils produce nutritionally inferior vegetables. Organic farming practices that build soil health produce more nutritious root vegetables, but organic costs more. Eating the skin when possible provides maximum fiber and nutrients, but this requires thorough washing and ideally organic produce to avoid pesticide residues concentrated in peels. Many people peel root vegetables out of habit, discarding significant nutrition. The beta-carotene in sweet potatoes needs dietary fat for absorption. Eating them without any fat means poor vitamin A absorption. This is why roasting with olive oil or adding fat to meals containing sweet potatoes makes nutritional sense beyond just taste. Despite the glycemic concerns that are legitimate for diabetics and those managing blood sugar carefully, root vegetables provide satisfying, nutrient-dense, complex carbohydrates within traditional Mediterranean dietary patterns. The comfort food quality makes them psychologically satisfying in ways that support long-term dietary adherence. They bridge the gap between the strict low-carb camp and the high-carb vegan camp, providing middle ground carbohydrate sources that are whole foods with fiber, nutrients, and satiety when consumed in appropriate portions with healthy fats and proteins.